Trying to hunt down these Crimson Desert reviews. Where the reviews at? Come on, ACG. Crimson Desert review. Let's see. The game name through a shockers. Let's see what we got going on here. So we got a 9.5. We got a 4 out of 5, 8. That look like 8s, a bunch of 8s. So we got a 5 out of 5, a 94 out of 195. These joints gonna be all over the place. Let's see, we're gonna keep refresh. We at an 84 Metacritics right now. Oh, it's gonna take a while for that page to load. Let's go. Where the reviews? Let's go to ACG. They usually. ACG usually got their shit up. They don't get it up. GameSpot.
Crimson Desert excels as an open-world action-adventure game when exploration and combat intersect. In the lead up to release, there's been a lot of discussion about what exactly the game is and whether it's too good to be true, with trailers showing off everything from dragon flying and mech piloting to Shadow of the Colossus-style boss fights. Developer Pearl Abyss certainly set its sights high with its first single-player game, and there is no denying that Crimson Desert is an incredibly ambitious game stitched together with as many ideas as humanly possible.
No rest till you're dead!
On a large scale, this stitched-together approach works exceptionally well. While it doesn't reinvent the wheel, its open world is expansive, technologically impressive, and fascinating to explore, providing a tantalizing sandbox for the game's heavy-hitting combat.
Arrogant pigswill.
It's on a smaller scale where cracks begin to show. Irritating design choices around inventory management and healing are prickly sources of frustration, and its quest design often refuses to play to the game's strengths. Because of this, Crimson Desert is a game I wanted to love more than I did. I cannot overstate how incredible its open world is, nor how much fun I had feeling like a medieval John Wick, but there are also areas where it could have been so much better.
Let's see how you fare.
The game's story is one such area. It's not bad, but it's not particularly compelling either. Set on the vast continent of Pywell, you mostly play as a gruff, no-nonsense mercenary called Cliff. At the start of the game, you and your Grey Mane brothers are ambushed by a less honorable mercenary outfit known as the Black Bears. While most of your allies are injured and scattered to the wind, you're quite clearly killed before being chucked into a raging river. Up to this point, Crimson Desert's dialogue fits into the same mold as Game of Thrones, with a range of accents from across the British Isles and a loving proclivity for the C word.
Hiya! The f*** off!
It quickly establishes a familiar tone in line with its high fantasy setting. But it doesn't take long before it starts adding other inflections on top. Not only is Cliff brought back to life by a mysterious and technologically advanced force, but within the game's first hour, you're transported to a floating sky fortress by an unassuming beggar, given the aforementioned wingsuit and a futuristic grappling hook, and told that reality hangs in the balance unless you emerge as the hero of this world. Cliff takes all of this in his stride, and it's jarring how well he adapts to this extraordinary circumstances without questioning any of it. Crimson Desert isn't here to tell that kind of story, though. It's shallow, broadly painted in black and white, and adopts a tone that shifts between George R.R. Martin-style fantasy and sci-fi shenanigans, with plenty of villainous monologues before, during, and after many of its boss fights. Rather than following the adage, show, don't tell, it also opts for more of a don't show or tell approach. Events, locations, and characters are mentioned as though you should know who or what they are, but the narrative makes no effort to fill you in. Instead, information is stored within the Knowledge tab in the pause menu, where you can read small blurbs to find a little more detail on certain characters, factions, and so on. This would be fine as a way to expand on the game's world building by delving into some of its history and more incidental information, but it shouldn't be the only way to discover this stuff. At one point, for instance, I tackled a side quest that concluded with a one-on-one battle against Sigord the Stag Lord. I didn't know who he was, and his monologuing throughout the fight made no sense to me. After defeating him, I checked out his newly added knowledge entry, and it said this: the king of a forgotten realm, erased from history as if he never existed. Though he lost his people, his riches, and even his sanity, he remains shackled to the crushing weight of a duty he refuses to abandon. That sounds like something I would have liked to find out naturally through the game's narrative, especially before going toe-to-toe with him. Yet the quest leading up to our battle centered on finding missing soldiers, with Sigord showing up at the end to little fanfare. Other instances like this are common, and it's such a missed opportunity to present side quests that are actually interesting and memorable, particularly